I'm MillzySawUs, your #1 fella for lazy gaming, especially simulated FIFA, and welcome to another episode of this epic series known as my FIFA 16 PSG Career Mode Season 7, episode January part 6. Now, I think this is going to be the last stream of the day, guys. It's getting very close to 25 minutes to 4 o'clock. So I'm going to make this a half-an-hour episode, and it will be time for me to set some stuff up before my missus comes home. And when I say set some things up, I've got to prepare some money for a haircut, get my suit prepared to take to the dry cleaners, and some money to buy some light bulbs. So I'm going to need to take all of these light bulbs out of their sockets so I can present them to the shopkeeper and he can grant me the light bulbs I need for my lights. I'm talking about lights during my stream. What the fuck? Let's just get on with some gameplay. So it's been a bit interesting, guys. I made a huge decision in signing Mesut Ozil from Arsenal for $50 million and giving them one of my defenders, Chris Smalling. That means we have lost a player in the second team of my squad. And that's probably going to mean Mats Hummels having to step in and play both matches as he is the captain of the entire squad. But that's fine, because that also means we are going to pursue Musacchio, but we don't have the funds. So, if we go into the sell players section, we are still trying to sell Cruz. Now, no one has pursued this veteran of a striker. He's 33 years old, 83 overall. Now, looking at the team now, we are fine with goalkeepers, but we are not in a serious predicament with defenders. We only need that one. It's not like we're struggling. Hummels can play both teams. It's fine, but we have a lot of midfielders. Now, Matic and Busquets have has also been bought by me. I did buy them since they are very high in overall and getting to that point in their career where they're going to consider retirement. So I think I can squeeze about 2 seasons out of them. Matic will go, but Busquets could possibly stay depending on his form at Paris Saint-Germain. But I have been experimenting with a third squad to try and fit him in. That means the likes of Toni Kroos being dropped. Now, we have got, like I said, we have got Ozil, sorry. We've got loads of cams. Loads and loads of cams. Another 33-year-old who can only play in the cam and left wing. Now, we don't have wingers. We have midfielders. We have left midfielders, right midfielders. No one really plays up the wing, but I don't see why Ozil can't play on that left-hand side. But if Eden Hazard isn't getting as much time as he should be, Ozil definitely isn't going to get as much time. But I can't just loan him off. We just purchased him. It's not possible. That's not how the system works. What I can try and do is loan out the likes of perhaps 1, 2, 3. I could loan out the likes of Eden. Oh, he has been loaned out. Recently arrived from Chelsea. He's unhappy. He's on the loan list. Hazard is on the loan list. I am trying to loan him out. But it might just mean getting Rodriguez loaned out. Now I don't want to loan out Rodriguez. I will put Rodriguez out for a short-term loan, and I'll do the same for Kevin De Bruyne. I will try it with Ozil to see if it actually works. But if one of them goes, then we're golden. We're fine. De Bruyne plays for the second team. I would prefer if he went out on loan than Rodriguez, because he's my best cam and he's more suitable for the first team. But if Rodriguez was to go out to another squad, he is rather expensive. His wages are $405,000, whereas... No, sorry, that's De Bruyne. Rodriguez is $450,000, whereas De Bruyne is $405,000. So... not a massive difference, but it's good enough. I mean, Ozil's only $250, so he's not as good as De Bruyne. He's not as good as Rodriguez. So hopefully I can fit him into the squad. Chris Smalling is gone, so that freed us a few wages, but not nearly enough to get the likes of Musacha. So Musacha is our priority, guys. I'm not too sure how many spaces we do have left in the team, but we still got loads of pre-contracts that are ready for me to accept. I have recently accepted Pastore and Sanabria, so we'll be seeing them in Season 8. But this is the guy right here, Matteo Musacchio. 45 million I need. I've only got 34. I can afford his wages because I readjusted the finances. Then we've got the likes of Moy Gomez, Jan Sommer, Wilfred Boni, Christian Tello, Alberto Moreno. Loads of players that are still waiting for me to decide on whether or not they should come over. And I could accept loads more players instead of having that defender. But that gives Mats Hummels, the 33-year-old defender, world-class defender, might I add, more game time, which I'm sure he'll be happy with, but I don't want to risk injuring him. We've only got a back three, so I have to be very, very careful. So in the meantime, guys, we've got a game coming up, and I am going to be playing my second team. I'm not too sure who played against Toulouse. Today, we never played that game. We played that way back before my holiday. But we did beat Stade Rennais in the quarterfinal of the Coupe de Ligue with 6-0 victory. That was a phenomenal game. But my second team will get a chance to play today. I want to rest up the first team before another cup game. Now, Welbeck, he's reviewed my offer, but he can't agree to the terms because he wants to understand the role he will have at my club. Welbeck, I will give you $200,000 a week plus 4 years if you become a sporadic first team player. You know, I'm not overly keen over these players, guys. I'm only making these offers just to make a profit. That's what I'm all about, really. Kevin Volland, he wants to understand the role he will have at my club. Again, another player I'm not entirely interested in. Let's offer him the likes of 150, 5 years to be a sporadic first team player. I'm getting to that point now where I'm going to start probably turning down like letting players go who don't accept my contract offer. But Almeric Laporte has also accepted my contract of $300,000 for the next 3 years. But he's a very pricey player, someone who I cannot afford. If I can't afford Musacha, I definitely can't afford Almeric Laporte. He wants $300,000 a week, not to mention $50,000 to Stoke City for his services. Now, he will definitely fit into the squad nicely, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to stall him for now. Senjo has also accepted my contract. That's fine. All these players are still waiting for me. They're not going to wait forever. I guarantee that. Hey, boss, I was hoping you might be experimenting with the squad and would give me a chance to play. You will be playing today, Halilovic. Mark my words, do not worry about that. So yes, an away game against Nimes, Olympique Nimes. I can't pronounce it. We played 20 games already with 42 points. We are leading in the table. So let's look at our rotation squad. Griezmann and Benzema are up front. Benzema, our captain of the team. De Bruyne is in that cam position. Halilovic will be next to Rakitic. The Titch brothers. They're not really brothers. Costa on the right. Hazard is on the left. Ozil could replace him if Hazard goes out on loan. I doubt he will. We've got Mustafi, Hummels, and Zuma in that defence. At the moment. But instead of Mustafi being in the middle, I would like the captain of the team, Hummels. I'm not gonna take away Benzema's shine of being captain. I'll let him keep the armband. But Hummels will go in the middle, even though he's not 100%. Joan Carlos gets a chance to shine as well in that goalkeeping position. Lacazette and Suarez supporting as strikers. Ronaldo playing on the left. Bale on the right. Alaba, Soule for defense. Rodriguez can play. I don't think Ronaldo and Bale are suitable substitutions to have. But you do need that person that can play on both sides. And I'm afraid it's none of these players. So for that reason and that reason only, Bale and Ronaldo will be on the bench. Rodriguez cannot. I mean, he could be there. I want really someone who only plays in centre midfield. So I think we should put Pogba down. Yeah, let's put Pogba down. And that is that, really. Got the roles right then. I'm not going to really change anything. I'm going to keep everything exactly the way it is. I kind of want to steamroll through this season now. I'm ready to end season 7. I want to get this show on the road and finish the PSG career mode. I've got my sights set on other projects and I want to get them underway, but I can't do that unless I finish projects I'm currently playing. I just get bored. But PSG with another victory of 3-0. Goal scorers today was Griezmann, Benzema and Hazard. Hummels did come off for Soulé. I'm not surprised, but Mustafi gets a yellow card. Naughty, naughty boy. That's another 3 points for PSG. 3 points that I will take. 7 emails. Now, Arrizabalaga declined my offer. He loves living where he's living at. Doesn't want to relocate ideally. Now, I'm not going to pursue this guy anymore. And for that, I'm just going to literally go into my... because I can't remember everyone, you know, I'll just go into my shortlist straight away. This is a longer process. I'm just going to take him off my list. There's no point in him staying there. Maybe later on down the line, we'll find out where he's gone off to. Mayer, someone said to me that he's the greatest player. I remember taking a piss and saying I'll give you $1 or something like that to come and join my squad. You also understand the role that you have at the club. Do you know what? I'm not interested anymore in Mayer. He's going to go as well. A lot of these players are going to go, guys. Like, there's no reason in me pursuing players when I'm running out of money. So, Maximilian Mayer, we're going to remove from my list. Can't agree on this just because I need to understand the role that I will have at your club. You know what? Not anymore, Sadio Mane. Again, it's just no point. There is just no point. Let's take him out of the list. Perhaps later on. Who knows? But John Stones actually accepted my contract. $40 million, $300,000. But we cannot afford it, guys. So we're just going to have that stalled and hope for the best. Chelsea and Paul Pogba. They're not willing to spend 200 million, but they are willing to spend 129.5. That is a bit of a raise. So let's counter offer of 195. The absolute minimum is 190. I don't know whether Chelsea's going to go for it or not, but if they do, boy, that will be something, and we'll be back in business. I would not want to lose Paul Pogba, though. All right, so Mustafi has been suspended because he's accumulated too many yellow cards, so he's not going to be eligible for the next game. I received a text. Ah, it's from my auntie wishing me a happy birthday. That is sweet. That is really sweet. I'll text her later. Right, back to business. These are old emails. Thanks, boss. It was really great to be given the opportunity to play. That's absolutely fine, Halilovic. You are secure, my friend. Now, let's put it back to crucial team. Let's go to the calendar. 17th. Here we go. Getting closer, boys. We are getting closer. 4 emails. Berardi has declined. He's a top player at his current club. He doesn't feel this move suits him. That's absolutely fine. What I will do, Berardi, is go over to my shortlist and simply take your name off without a moment's hesitation because, quite frankly, I'm not interested in you whatsoever. So you can stay at your precious little club. Diego Jota, wage is too low. That's fine. We're going to forget about him then. At this point, if you're not accepting my offers, you can do one. You can go. So Diego, off you go, mate. I'm not interested anymore. All right, Napoli. Nicolas Soule, they offered 114.5. I said 150, didn't I? So the minimum would be 140. So we're going to do a counter offer of 145. I don't want to lose him. I really, really don't want to lose him. 145. That's fine, but that's big money right there. That's big, big money. He wants to understand the role I have at the club. Luke Shaw. No, you're off as well, mate. No way. It should be people begging to join my club, not me begging you. Sod that. I love you, Luke Shaw. You are one of the best defenders in the world, but no way. And I'm so glad you're back into the squad. So glad. Right, old emails, still people to accept, but I need that dollar, guys. I need that money, money, money. And the worst case scenario is if I don't manage to get myself a defender, at least I can use the funds to bring in those players for next season. But they could be gone by then. So we're just going to have to see what happens. So here we are, guys. Another cup game. It's the Coupe Nationale against FC Lorient. But we do have a couple of emails. So no more further talks. So as a result, our negotiations are obviously not getting anywhere. So please don't contact us anymore. That's fine, Sean McDonald. I couldn't care less. All right, Danny Welbeck. That's it. You're off the hook now, man. Danny Welbeck and Sean McDonald, hell to the no. You can do one. I'm finished with ya. I don't care. Where are ya? You piss off, you ugly fuck. Please excuse the language, guys. Danny Welbeck, piss off. Alright, here we go. Let's move on. Let's move on, people. So, home game, round of 32. Let's check out the crucial team. Excuse me. Now, let's give Busquets a shot, guys. This is the team. We're going to go with our third experimental team with Lacazette and Suarez up top, Ronaldo and Bale on the wings, Rodriguez and Pogba in the middle of the park, Busquets in that CDM role, with Hummels, Soule and Alaba as my back defending three, Manuel Neuer in goal. But Mustafi, he's on that card at the moment, which means he needs to come off the bench for the likes of Zuma. Now, Zuma is the only defender on the bench, sorry. So this is going to be rather interesting to see. So what we'll do, we'll put Benzema and Griezmann for supporting strikers, Kroos and De Bruyne, Matic and Rakitic for supporting midfielders, and Zuma as the lone defender. So let's save that, cross our fingers and hope for the best. Will we progress in this cup? This is an experiment, guys. Let's see if it works. It certainly does. 4-0 PSG get the victory, and Busquets' debut in this Coupe National Cup, he scores a goal. Ronaldo with a goal of his own and Lacazette with two. But unfortunately, guys, Alaba receives a yellow and Zuma gets injured. This is not good news. I'm definitely not going to be able to loan him out now. Quite frankly, I shouldn't really loan him out anyway because I haven't got enough players. So Soule and Hummels did come off along with Zuma for the likes of De Bruyne and Griezmann. But you know what? De Bruyne had to go in defence. Griezmann had to go in defence as well. But Zuma was originally a substitute for Hummels. So we did lose out in a player because we used up all our substitutions, but we still won. We still won, no doubt about it. But you know what? Let's get Zuma off the loan list. We want to keep him. But look at our emails first. So we've got a press conference. Let's have a look against Marseille. We're going to motivate our squad to victory. Get rid of all these emails. We don't really need them anymore. So Zuma has a torn hamstring and will be out for 2 months. That's fucking typical. Absolutely typical. What I'm thinking of doing is asking for a raise. For more money from the board. So I could bring in Musacho and bring in Laporte or even John Stones. One of them would be really nice right now. I could do with 2 defenders now. 2 defenders is exactly what I need. So sorry, guys. Where the fuck is my pen? Oh, there you are. It's supposed to be my lucky pen, but I don't feel very lucky right now, do I? All right. Okay, suspension's over for Mustafi. That's good. Now, so let's talk to the board. Let's request some funds. We would like 100 million. Win the league title, win the cup, win the cup. They want nothing less. So this would be a huge win the treble. That would be a huge achievement. Very difficult task at hand. 20th of January. We've still got a little bit of time with 3 games remaining. 4 emails. So let's have a look. So no more further talks for the likes of Volland, which is absolutely fine. We'll take him off the list straight away so I don't forget. Volland, where are you? You can piss off. Don't care anymore. Alright, what about our review emails? Napoli, we've reviewed price excess and we do not believe that he's worth that much. That's fine. Chelsea, they don't believe Pogba is worth that much. We've reviewed requests, but fortunately we're not able to grant you all the funds you have asked for at this time. However, we're willing to offer 46.699.996. Alright, let's accept the offer. We've got some money, which leaves us the likes of, if we... It's enough to bring in 1 player. Let's put it that way. It's enough to bring in 1 player. So, looking at our squad. Right. Only 5. Laporte. John Stones. We don't want him. Don't want him. Don't want him. I think John Stones is probably our best bet, guys. I'm going to go with John Stones. Not Musacchio, not Laporte. It's going to be John Stones. 87 overall, 27 years old. That still leaves us with a bit of money though, guys. But John Stones is part of our team now. It took us quite a bit of convincing. But that's fine, that's cool. So let's get John Stones in that team. Looks phenomenal, man. Looks phenomenal. Come on. Come on. Right. Okay. I don't know what we're doing now. Maybe I need another biscuit. I've got a stomachache. All right. Now I've deleted those emails because I simply had enough at looking at them. No, it's not going here. Let's go on my shortlist. Alright, so we'd have to convince some of these players. If we wanted to, we'd have to convince them back. Now, looking at our finances, we don't need transfer budget for the pre-contracts. We've got 753,896. We could do with another centre back, but that costs money. So on 50-50 budget split, we only have just under 20 million. We could put more. Probably drop it down there. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. We could bring in another centre back, put it that way. But it's who we bring on. That's the real question. Who we bring on. Now Diego Facinelli, he hasn't got a pre-contract. He's not got an expiring contract, but he is definitely one for the future. Like, I will definitely pursue him later on down the line. But for now, let's remove him from our list. I have no interest in getting him right now. Well, for Boni, 19.5. I don't think we can make a lot of money off of him. So I'm thinking no. Anthony Martial. One of you guys suggested to bring him on board, but the deal obviously went south since we couldn't offer Man United Chris Smalling because he went to Arsenal for Ozil. I'm going to remove Anthony right now because we don't need strikers. Now. Tello and Sharari will be people I would want. This guy is one for the future. He's pretty phenomenal, but we need to take him off. He's worth quite a bit of money. Granit Xhaka, not overly keen. Moreno, not overly keen on him either. Bonnie and Jaws Accor could go. There's not a lot of money to be had with these guys, so I'm going to remove the both of them. Now, Laporte. $50 million. Now, I'm going to try something. %20 short-term loan. $45 million future fee, short-term loan, 20%. I want to see if Liverpool will go for this. Why don't we have enough wages? We have tons of wages. Got 250 now, motherfucker. Musacchio. So we'll ask Liverpool for a loan, a short-term loan, for Matteo Musacchio, 20% clean sheet bonus with a future fee of $45 million. Let's see what they say about that. We can afford his wages now. Right. I'm not keen on Sumner. He can go. Now, he ain't bad. 27, he's not bad at all. I could bring in the likes of Asenjo and Gomez. Right, what's he want? 3 years and 220. 3 years, 200. 3 years, 200. Do that. Let's remove Tello. Let's remove Xhaka. Let's remove Moreno. All right, let's make another offer for Sharari. We could have him. 5 years, he wants 220. Let's try 200. Right, okay, so we've got a couple of deals restarted. I'm not too sure what I'm trying to do, but I am, however, going to end the episode right there. This has been the last stream for today, guys. I do apologise for that. But I will be back tomorrow for some more streaming. So, in the meantime, I've been your boy MillzySawUs, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.